this is Mcbirdy, and welcome back to another episode of Cinderella Phenomenon. Let us continue the story from where we left off before, which I don't clearly remember, so excuse me. Days pass without any real conflict. I run into Sir Alcester again in the hallways, but his eyes pass over me as if I'm something to be ignored. Delora, who has been ignoring me as she had been busy with other priorities, returned to the Marchand yesterday to discuss something important with Parfait. It is not as if she has been any help since she came here. She mostly stays in my room while I run around doing errands for Emmeline and taking on other chores as they are handed to me. Right now I am headed to the palace gates as I hurry to meet Emmeline. She is going out to town to meet Viorica again, and I was told to meet her here. Lucette! I turn around to see Fritz walking in my direction. Ever since I told him to refer to me by my name, he has been stumbling over not using my title. I rarely see him, but when I do, we do not have much time to discuss anything. Can I help you with anything, Fritz? It's been a while. Have you managed to complete one of your good deeds? Days after I had originally run into Fritz, I managed to have a quick conversation with him regarding my curse. It has been a long time since that conversation happened. Recently, I have barely seen Fritz. I hear rumors that he has been reassigned somewhere outside the palace. I show him my pendant and point at the piece of the second glass slipper. I managed to get one several days ago. Lucette, that's wonderful! I knew that you could get one. Only 2 more, and then I can break this curse. Ah, Fritz, Miss Lucette, I did not think that the 2 of you were acquainted. We both turn our heads at the same time when Mithros suddenly appears from around the corner, the usual smile on his lips. Sir Mithros? Fritz, I believe Sir Alcester is looking for you. Right. Sorry. Lucette? I must take my leave now. Of course. Bob. Fritz bows to Sir Mithros before walking off, leaving me alone with Sir Mithros. Mithros does not say anything, but continues to smile at me. His staring makes me feel incredibly uncomfortable. Is there something on my face? Excuse me. I curtsy and start to walk off when Sir Mithros calls my name. Lucette. Yes? I just wanted to thank you for your hard work and dedication to our princess. I look at him, puzzled by his sudden gratitude. Don't worry. Everything will soon be remedied. Excuse me? My apologies. I did not mean to keep you. He completely ignores my question. He dips his head slightly before turning and walking away, the smile still on his face. What was that all about? Rod and Emmeline are already waiting for me outside the carriage by the time I arrive at the palace gates. Rod has his arms crossed and looks at me, irritable. His face is perpetually stuck in that scowl, it seems. You are late. My apologies. You're so grumpy, but you've been late many times before too, Rod. Rod just shrugs his shoulders as he turns and heads into the carriage. Emmeline sighs before looking at me. Shall we? Of course. The 3 of us sit in silence as the carriage rolls towards the town. The knight assigned to the guard duty is sitting out front with the driver, watching for any disturbances. Emmeline glances forlornly out one window while Rod silently looks out the other as he rests his chin on the palm of his hand. I notice Emmeline pauses to glance at Rod every now and then, looking restless. Finally, she breaks the silence. Are you still mad that I asked you to come along to visit Viorica? You could have declined the invitation, Rod. And if you would only tell me what happened between the 2 of you, I would do my best to remedy the situation. Rod notices me looking at him and scowls. He returns his moody gaze to the window. I have nothing to say, Em. But you used to be good friends with Viorica too, Rod. But then ever since you were... Emmeline stops herself, but I know that she is referring to his curse. After that day, you've kept your distance from her. Then, when you found out about the wedding, you became even colder towards her. Even Viorica is worried about you, Rod. She worries that she might have offended you somehow. Emmeline, There is a hint of warning in his tone. Is it possible that Viorica is related to Rod's curse, considering the timing? Emmeline opens her mouth again to say something, but then suddenly stops and returns to the window, her expression mirroring Rod's own gloom. We are all silent until we arrive at the toy shop. Emmeline, good to see you again. And you too. Lucette, was it? I nod in acknowledgement. Viorica nods politely at the knight who stands guard at the shop door. It's just the two of you today? Emmeline and I both turn around only to see that Rod has indeed vanished. Emmeline frowns, looking both bewildered and disappointed. He was right behind us. I will go look for him. Thank you, Lucette. Just as I expected, Rod is leaning against the wall of an alley just outside the toy shop. I don't know. Should I talk to him or stay with him? He's probably going to tell me to shut up, so just stay with him. I can tell by Rod's stiff posture that anything I say to him will fall on deaf ears, so I move to stand next to him instead. I lean against the wall with him. What are you doing? Keeping you company? Rod raises an eyebrow at me. Since when have you even liked my company? Well, I'd rather be here than stay inside the toy shop and listen to Emmeline and Viorica talk. So you're not here to try and get me to talk? Well, it's not as if you would answer any of my questions. I have tried forcing you to talk and know how ineffective it is. It's ineffective. But I will be here if you do want to talk. Rod eyes me suspiciously. Since when did you start listening to others? When you are the personal maid of someone who enjoys talking, you learn to listen. Emmeline has been happier these past few months. I hate to admit it, but it seems to be because of you. Are you actually praising me? Rod looks away, his cheeks tinted pink. Think whatever you like. I do not know why, but for some reason I am happy that Rod gave me a compliment. Oh, it's Walt. Princess Lucette! Rod and I turn at the sound of the familiar voice. Waltz pauses in front of us with a bright smile. It's nice to see you again, Princess. Waltz, what are you doing here? Well, I was about to deliver a letter to the prince, but I guess that won't be necessary anymore. A letter? Is Lady Parfait asking for me? No, just you. She wants to see the princess as well. Oh, not just you, I apologize. Me? It has been a while since I was last at the Marchand. Is something wrong? They need to discuss something important with the princess. Come to the Marchand tonight. Tonight? But we're already here, so why not now? Waltz's eyes shift to our carriage. You are here with the Princess Emmeline, yes? You can't make her wait too long. What they need to discuss with you is complicated, and will take some time to explain. The toy shop door opens and Emmeline stands in the doorway as she says her goodbyes to Viorica. Remember, tonight. These are Waltz's last words before he slips back into the crowd. Emmeline's visit with Viorica was briefer than I thought it would be. Now all of us are headed back to the palace. Rod has not uttered a word on our way back. I can tell that this is making Emmeline agitated as she continues to keep glancing at Rod expectantly. If you have something to say, say it. Emmeline stares at me. You obviously want to say something to Prince Rod. The only way to get your answer is to ask him directly. Rod does not turn around. It is as if he does not hear me. Emmeline clasps her hands and sighs. Well, I glance at Rod, who still persistently stares at the window, his eyes focused on nothing. He is pretending not to hear us. How immature. Rod, Viorica was sad that you weren't there today. She was certain that you stayed outside to avoid seeing her. What is going on with you? I am not in the mood to answer your questions, Em. Emmeline grips the edges of her dress, her expression becoming more rigid. You've been keeping secrets from us ever since you were cursed. We don't even know why you were cursed or how to help you break it. Wait, the rest of the family doesn't even know anything about the circumstances of Rod's curse? I had thought that he told them everything, but all they know is that he is cursed? We're a family. We're supposed to help each other through problems. Emmeline's hands are shaking as she gazes at her brother. The carriage stops, and as soon as the servant opens the door, Emmeline quickly steps out and rushes back towards the palace. Rod watches her go quietly, though his eyebrows are furrowed and he looks guilty. I silently shake my head at him before running after Emmeline. Emmeline stands in the hallway with her hands to her chest. She breathes slowly, in and out, as if she is on the verge of tears. When she notices me behind her, she turns away and wipes her eyes with the back of her hand. I'm sorry for storming off like that. I was just very frustrated at Rod. I said something I shouldn't have said back there. If anyone finds out about this, they won't. Your secret is safe with me. Emmeline flashes me a grateful smile before looking at the sky. One moment Rod is running down the hallway, the next he has stopped in front of us and is trying to catch his breath. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too, Rod, but right now I would like to be alone. Of course. I'm sorry, Lucette, but could you leave me for now? She does not even wait for my answer before walking away, leaving me alone with Rod. You made her cry, Rod. I am fully aware of that. Why are you hiding your curse from your family? You wouldn't understand. I am doing this to protect them. Protect them? Rod silently shakes his head. They wouldn't understand. Those are the last ominous words Rod speaks before rushing off, leaving me alone in the hall. What happened to him? Okay, I think that's going to be the end for this episode. If you guys are enjoying this series, please make sure to leave a like down below. If you want to take a guess at what the heck Rod's curse is, that he doesn't want to involve anyone or solve it, please leave a comment down below and let us know, because I want to discuss it. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. That way you can keep up with more episodes as I put them out. Thanks again, everyone, and I will catch you in the next episode. Bye!